Hello, and thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. If you could please like and subscribe below, please, that would be great. So basically, originally my plan was to do a post-match review of the FA Cup semi-final yesterday, which Chelsea won, which I'm very glad with. But in light of the events today, I think that the results quite insignificant with everything going on. So I think we need to talk about the bigger news, which is the proposed plans for breakaway European Super League. Well, so far it's been reported that the big six clubs in the Premier League, plus the three main Spanish clubs, the three main Italian clubs, have signed up to this proposed new Super League, which has no promotion, no relegation. So far it's been reported that both PSG and Bayern Munich declined. Good for them. Same did PSG, even though they're not really a big team. I think that's significant. Basically, so watching Gary Neville's reaction earlier on Stephen House on Stretford Paddock. And basically, as it stands, it's the end of football as you know it in our country. So basically, the whole point of football is that nothing's guaranteed. You earn it. Like anyone can start from like the 10th division, get to the Premier League, Champions League. Like I know, with all the money in the game now, it's obviously unrealistic. But look at Bournemouth coming up all the way from the 4th division, League Two. Like actually, I think they were the conference before that. Obviously, Sheffield United were in like League Two, come up to the Premier League. So basically, the beauty of the game still is there. Like smaller teams can get anywhere. But obviously it's reported that even though ideally the plan was the Premier League to still go ahead, the latest reports are saying that Premier League will ban the teams, if the big six teams join this league, they'll then be banned from playing in the Premier League. So essentially this could lead a break away from the Premier League, so setting up their own league, which is even more dangerous. And basically, this is basically Americanisation of sport, like making it franchise rather than a club. So it's the same 10, 15, 20 teams the whole time. You might occasionally scrap a franchise or like create a new one every few years, but essentially it's the Americanisation of it. So instead of like having like football clubs, which like there are thousands of football clubs in the UK, but basically the point is that anyone, they can be like Conference League, like 22 division, or they'll be Premier League. But obviously, like in this proposed Super League, there'll be franchise teams rather than football clubs, which goes against anything which football fans want from their team. Like I said this before, that if Chelsea join it and become a franchise, I'm not going to support them. I know it's already very tough for me, but essentially, if they join it, become a franchise, it's not the club which I grew up loving, support, made me fall in love with football, and everything, all the great moments it has as a Chelsea fan, it wouldn't be the same if they became a franchise. But yes, so it goes. And so basically all this is that obviously like if clubs fail to qualify for the Champions League, they miss out on money. So basically what this is guaranteeing more money. For example, the maximum a club can get for being in the Champions League is 100 million, but on this proposed one it's something like 200 to 300 million a year, so essentially more money. Like I understand that football is the biggest sport in the world in terms of like the people play or watch it. It's going to make lots of money. I'm not saying footballers deserve to get paid 200k a week. I'm not saying it's right that people invest billions of pounds in football. I'm not saying I agree with it, but realistically, the world we live in now, like I'm not saying I'm against it. Like it's the world we live in. Like I don't necessarily think that actors should be paid millions of pounds for starring in films, but that's the way it is. I'm not saying footballers deserve to get paid 200k a week just for playing football, but I can understand with the business it is and money it makes, that's realistically going to happen. Fair enough. Like I know footballers often like portrayed as being out of touch with real people, like out of touch with real life, only care about their salaries and their bank account. But essentially, I think most footballers have good intentions. Like they play actually love the game. Like to be honest, like most footballers, I grew up and come from like quite humble working class backgrounds, not just in the UK, but obviously like if you look in South America, the sorts of people growing up in the slums of Sao Paulo, Buenos Aires. I find it quite inspirational that anyone can make it as a footballer, but essentially this proposed Super League is going against it, saying that the same teams can like play it all over again, like no matter how badly you do, and it's basically just ruining the game. And hopefully, I'm hoping it won't happen now, because obviously UEFA threatened to take action, so are FIFA, so the Premier League, and Sky as well. So I'm hoping it won't happen. But the fact that it's been talked about is just a disgrace.